Welcome to the Explainer, presented by Forge College. Okay, so today we are strapping on our virtual hard hats and acting as chief engineers. Remember all those scattered, brilliant little parts we built in our previous modules? Well, we are finally bringing them all together to build our Capstone machine. We're going to assemble, validate, and prepare the AI-enhanced environment. Now, if you're feeling a bit like you've just unpacked flat-pack furniture all over your living room floor after our last lesson on integrating OpenCode and Claude Code, don't worry, we've got a lot of super interesting pieces lying around. We've got a .claude directory, a bunch of AI skills, and those runtime configurations. But right now, they're just pieces. So we're going to follow the blueprint to build a rock-solid, functional Solana development environment. And we're going to do it without any spare screws left over. By the end of this explainer, you will have a beautiful, deployable, and fully documented toolset. Here's our master schematic for today. 1. The Capstone assembly line. 2. The project blueprint. 3. Wiring the components together. 4. Building the safety net. 5. The final test drive. And finally, number 6, handoff and next steps. Let's dive right in. Starting off with Section 1, the Capstone assembly line, gathering your raw materials. So here are the absolutely essential parts we need to bring together into a single deliverable repository. This is what makes an environment truly ready for real-world Solana projects. You can kind of think of the .claude directory as the brain's housing, right? The Solana AI skills are the specific talents your AI has learned. And those runtime config files, they're basically the nervous system connecting it all. As for the validation scripts and readiness checklist, well, those are your quality assurance tags. They prove to the world that this isn't just some messy prototype, it is a production-ready system. Moving right along to Section 2. The project blueprint defining acceptance criteria. What's really fascinating here is how every single acceptance criterion maps to a concrete, verifiable file or script that proves your setup actually works. We are not dealing in abstracts here, folks. If you claim you have a runtime config, well, there better be a claude.config.yaml or an opencode.config file sitting exactly where it should be. If you say the system runs end-to-end, there has to be a script that spits out a beautifully formatted JSON log to prove it. This exact kind of traceability is what separates a casual weekend hobby project from professional Web3 engineering. Which brings us to Section 3, wiring the components together, covering assembly steps 1 through 3. Okay, so we're going to build this methodically by branching safely. Always start with a git checkout -b capstone/final-assembly, so you have a perfectly clean workspace. Next up, we merge our .claude scaffolds. If you've got any placeholder templates from earlier, like your build and test skill, right now is the time to finalize them. And finally, we carefully wire up our chosen AI runtime configuration by plugging OpenCode or Claude Code directly into the repository's root directory. Now, a quick but absolutely crucial word of warning for all our coding learners tuning in. Always keep your API keys and secrets out of your commits. I literally cannot stress this enough. Hard coding an API key into your repo is basically like leaving the keys to your sports car sitting right on the windshield for anyone to grab. Instead, just use a .env.example file. It acts as the super safe blank template that shows other developers exactly what environment variables they need, without ever compromising your own security. All right, let's jump to Section 4, building the safety net, automation, and vibe coding. Enter the validation script. These little scripts are your automated testing machinery. They're what transforms a fragile ad hoc demo into reproducible evidence that your skills actually function correctly. Now, the word idempotent is key here. All it really means is that you can run this script 100 times over, and it will always safely produce the exact same expected outcome without breaking your environment. If the script finishes its job perfectly, it quietly exits with a code 0. If it fails, well, it sounds the alarm. And hey, don't be afraid to use vibe coding with your AI assistant. You can paste in prompts just like this one to quickly iterate and ensure your validation scripts get the exact JSON shape they expect. Vibe coding simply means collaborating conversationally with your AI. You just tell it, hey, I need this specific output with these exact keys, and then you let the AI handle the heavy lifting of refactoring the text. You just iterate back and forth until the script consistently churns out that perfect data structure. Almost there. Section 5, the final test drive, verifying milestone completion. This right here is the ultimate question you must ask yourself to verify that the entire environment runs successfully from start to finish. You hit run on that shell script. You hold your breath. Does it gracefully hit exit code 0? Do you see a pristine, perfectly structured JSON log sitting proudly in your output directory? If the answer is yes, then congratulations, your AI is successfully writing, building, and testing Solana code on your behalf. How cool is that? But if your engine sputters a bit and the script returns a non-zero exit code, do not panic. Just systematically check your endpoints, prompt formats, and local validators. Start with the basics, right? Is your .claude directory fully populated? Next, check those AI logs. Maybe the AI just hallucinated a bad JSON format. Then try a simple dry ping to your endpoint to make sure it's awake and listening. And finally, double-check that your local Solana test validator is actually spun up and running in the background. 9 times out of 10, it's just a simple loose wire. And finally, Section 6, Handoff and Next Steps, Packaging the Deliverable. So, the ready.md file is totally vital. It basically serves as the polished owner's manual for your brand new Solana development environment. Think of it as the ultimate single source of truth. If a fellow developer randomly drops into your repository, this file should literally hold their hand from zero to a fully functioning end-to-end run in under 5 minutes. By running an independent reproduction in a temporary folder, you guarantee that the next developer can use your tools with absolutely zero friction. Seriously, try this. Clone your own repository into a /temp folder on your machine and try to follow your own instructions blindly. It is literally the absolute best way to catch missing dependencies. Once that passes, you tag your branch, zip it up, and boom, you have a pristine, professional artifact completely ready for handoff. And you know, completing this local capstone perfectly sets you up for our very next lesson, where we'll be taking these packaged artifacts and exploring the question, what is Solana Cloud? You've mastered the local environment, you've got an AI writing boilerplate and testing code for you, and now it's time to figure out how to take these automated workloads and host them seamlessly in the cloud. Now that you've built an environment that essentially writes and tests boilerplate for you, just imagine what else you can build. Be sure to visit forge.college to continue your Web3 journey. The tools you've assembled today are incredibly powerful, and honestly, they're just the beginning of what you can accomplish as a modern Web3 engineer. Keep experimenting, keep building, and I will see you in the next Explainer.